everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to my first Procreate tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to draw Cinderella. So first off, I'm going to start by laying down my main facial features with the guidelines and the main shapes, and then on a new layer I'm going to add more detailed shapes of the eyes, eyebrows, nose, and also the lips. After that I'm going to start sketching the outlines of the face and then obviously put down my main lines, and if I need, I'll tweak it around a little bit. After that, same story again with the hair. I'm gonna draw the main outlines of the hair on one layer, and then on a layer above I'm gonna do the more detailed version. I'm gonna add in the ears and the earrings as well, and then a few details in the hair like strands. And then the last step of sketching is going to be sketching the rest of the body, so neck, shoulders and arms, and add clothes. So I'm going to be adding a little necklace and also a fancy little top. Okay, so next step is colorization. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to lower the opacity of my sketch layer, and then using the dry ink brush and the color palette that I made, I'm going to color in her skin. And then I'm also going to color in her hair with the base color. And then same again for the clothes. The idea at the start is just to color everything in with base colors, and then we'll add in all the details later. So once we're done with all the main basic colors, we're going to go in and focus on facial features. So I'm doing the eyebrows. I think they're a bit thick, so I'm going to thin them out like this. And then I'll be doing the white of the eyes. And of course, some eyeliner, eyelashes, any little details around the eyes that need to be done. And as you can see, I'm kind of struggling with my eyelashes. Anywho, after that we are going to fill in the irises. So just follow the guidelines that you already did. Dry ink brush still, and then just fill in with the color that you want. After that, next step is adding outlines. So I usually do the nose and lips, and then any other areas that I feel that need outline, I will do. And then I color in the lips. I always give a darker shade on the top lip and a lighter on the bottom. It's just the way that the light hits. I just think it makes sense. Oh my god, ignore that scribble. That was horrible. So as you can see, I've started in the details. So I'm doing the shading on the skin now. So I usually do shading around the hairline. Obviously the ears there are going to be in the shadow. I'm still using the dry ink brush, by the way. That's like my go-to brush, so that's all I use. I also do shadows on the lids, under the eyes, under the nose, and then in the neck area there, under the jaw. And then anywhere maybe around clothes that require a bit of shading I will do. So I'm struggling a bit with the necklace there, but I got it eventually. So then after the shadows, we're going to move on to the areas of light. So I'm going to be using the Bonobo chalk brush, and in white I'm just going to put any areas that need light. And now with the soft airbrush, I'm going to add in a bit of blush on her cheeks, and then with the flat brush I'm going to add some like skin colorization. I always do that across the eye area. So now as you can see, moving on from the facial features for a bit, I'm just putting in the shading for the earrings. To kind of give them a 3D look and make the pearls come out. Going back to the facial features, I'm going to be adding in the shadow in the eyes, so using a grey brush and then multiply. That just gives the shading. And then I'm going to add in the strands on the eyebrows. Some of them are going to be darker and some of them are going to be a little bit lighter, just to give that kind of illusion of like different lights going in through the eyebrow hairs. Then I'm going to be moving on to the clothing. So I'm going to be giving the shadows, the highlights. And for Cinderella, I kind of wanted to give her like some kind of design on her clothes. So it took me a little while to figure out which one. But I like the Victorian style one. So what I do is I give the harsh shadows first, and then softer shadows, and then highlights. And then I added in my design last. So then I'm just going to go back on the earrings with like a luminance brush and just add a little bit of a sparkle because I felt like it didn't look pearly enough. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the hair, which is probably the most intricate part. So what I do is that first I start by sketching out the main strands of hair that go on top of her head, on the side strands and in the bun. I'm using the 6B pencil for that, and I'm using a rather dark shade because I don't want them to be lighter than the shading that I will do later on. Okay, so now we're moving on to the first step of shading. So I'm going to select a color that's way lighter than the strands but still darker than the main color, and I'm going to put in what I call the main shadows first. And then I'm going to go in with a darker color, and I'm going to put in what I call the strand shadows, because they're basically those shadows that I put down are always next to strands to kind of like give that feeling of parts of hair overlapping each other. Awesome, so now we're going to move on to the lighter parts. So that one's easy. You basically just select the color that's lighter than the main color, and then you just add the parts that you think that light hits them. I put that layer under the shadows layer because I don't know why, I just feel like the shadows always kind of take over. Hang on, wait, no, that layer is actually over the shadows right now. Wait, that's not right. Am I gonna fix it? I should fix that. Let's see, do I fix it? Yeah, I do fix it. Okay, sorry, messing around with the colors here, but like, yeah, you can see the lighter bits are under the shadow. And then I'm adding it lighter strands of hair, like highlighted strands kind of, as you can see. Awesome. Okay, so that's the hardest bit done. And then I always kind of add in strands on the outside as well to make it look a bit less, I don't know, a bit more realistic. Oh my god, I can't talk no more. Okay, Coolaboola, struggling with the strands here, as you can see. Yeah, yeah, make up your mind, Marion. Yeah, oh, she did it. Woohoo! Okay, rightio. So for the last step, we've got the background. So background, I don't really plan on what I'm gonna do until I do it. I just try to do something that matches the character, like, as best as I can. So, you know, for Cinderella, I thought the clock would be good because the whole idea of, like, midnight and, you know, she gone, girl. So that's it for the tutorial, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you find it instructive as well. If there's anything else that you'd like me to cover or that you'd like me to do, whether it's a speed art or a tutorial or anything in particular you'd like me to draw, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content and ring the bell for notifications. And that's it for today. Everybody have a lovely, lovely day, evening, morning, whatever you're doing. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!